Innovation, iteration, and improvement. That's the whole purpose of Energy House 2, as well as the wider Energy House project. But what happens when the principles are proven and we're ready to take the next step? Innovation is a constant process, and it needs solid collaboration between academia and industry. From discovery to testing to launch, every step is a partnership between universities, customers, and the manufacturers. Academic research plays a crucial role in driving innovation, providing a solid foundation of knowledge and validation. However, to meet the pace of change and evolving market demands, these efforts must be complemented by innovative activity from manufacturers, working closely with customers to design and deliver innovative solutions. A case in point is the role of British Gypsum and Esaver's innovation teams, who are helping to steer the best course through innovation and design towards a better tomorrow. Saint-Gobain rightly prides itself on innovation. Can you tell me a bit more about where the inspiration and ideas around your innovation come from?
Well, we do work quite closely with people from startups, academia, through to our customers. We try and make sure that our customers are always involved in what we're doing and they always understand where the value for them is going to come from our ideas. Obviously, when we're developing something, we have to be timely for them. So they've got a time frame in a project that's interesting for them. We have to be able to meet that.
So you're constantly asking the people that are actually going to be using the products what they want, kind of things that they need.
Yeah, it's very important that we don't just push out ideas of things that technologically are possible, but we actually look for opportunities to add value to the people who are going to use these things in real life, and that they understand why it adds value to them so that they're willing to get involved. It's quite difficult to get people to try something new. If you want them to try something new, they have to really be bought into what they're going to get out of it as well.
What they're trying to achieve.
Yeah.
And I assume it's a constant process of iteration at speed that you're undertaking.
Yeah, so it's how quickly can you get something into somebody's hands so they can give you real life feedback on did it do the things you thought it was going to do, really.
And how often do you get the insights from those client sort of interactions that are sort of completely counter to what you imagine they were going to be? It's always the thing, isn't it, when you ask people using things, it's often like, oh right, never thought of that.
Yeah, you're exactly correct. You have those aha moments once you put a product in someone's hands and you go, oh, why didn't we realise that earlier? But that's back to the importance of those really quick learning loops with everybody engaged in the process to drive the process forward really at pace.
And where are the other innovations coming around sustainability? I assume that's a big factor that you're thinking about at the moment.
Yeah, I think from us as a business, the sustainability aspect for us is, in a process sense, is really important, but for our customers, it's really important that they understand how to build a building well. And anything that we can do that's going to add to that. And
there are a few things there from a sustainability perspective. There's things that we have to do to keep up and be relevant, such as carbon in metal and increasing the sustainability of our systems. But there's also other outreach products of how we design systems differently to change the amount of waste produced, or how do we get involved earlier to change and make the system more sustainable as a whole, not just trying to solve a pain point of a solution.
There's a big opportunity in that area around technology adoption, which in construction is traditionally quite slow, where a lot of technologies could help us to build better from a sustainability point of view, make the right decisions early on in the design process so that actually a lot of that waste doesn't happen on site.
And in a way that's the key as well to a lot of sustainability as well as safety, isn't it, is thinking early and hard.
Yeah.
And making it easy on site.
Yeah,
that's where we see things like panelized systems and sort of off-site manufacturing, modern methods of construction starting to come in, is that if you can produce blocks that you know are correct, that you've got sort of factory QC level control over it, and then you move them to site and you've designed to make those panels work for you, you get productivity improvement, you get no waste, you get speed on site, you get lower skilled workers being able to be more involved in that production. So it's a lot of wins in moving into those types of technology, I think, at the moment.
And I assume you therefore feel it's a pretty exciting time to be involved in construction and Saint-Gobain?
Yeah. We've just launched Interwall, which Curtis has been quite heavily involved in.
It's a panelized system that can be involved from the design phase to optimize the install and speed of a building with very little labor involved. So it's been a really interesting project to change the mindset and the approach to that construction process.
So you're not just sticking up studs and whacking like the thing that we've done for
Yeah.
you know, like this is built like
it's
that.
completely different, and the educational piece around that of here's why it's different, here's the benefits that you can see, here's the time savings, and just showing people and getting the case studies to prove that it works is going to hopefully...
Really good collaboration with customers on that as well, with people who are willing to kind of sort of throw away their current build program and say, no, we'll jump in, we'll do it like this, and we'll just see what happens. And that's given us really good case study data around that sort of speed and productivity gains.
Are there any other real benefits you found from this close collaboration with end users?
I think it's an interesting area to start to move into talking with the people who occupy the buildings in the end, as opposed to the people who construct the building. So traditionally in our supply chain, we sell a material to somebody who builds a building, who then leaves that building, and starting to understand more about the person who's going to be in that space and how they want to use the space adds sort of an extra dimension to the ideas you have about how you might actually construct the space to start off with and what's important in that.
I think there's been a big part of the missing puzzle in the construction industry as a whole, from design right through, is the person at the end and going back and asking them questions.
Yeah, and I think traditionally in the UK, people don't really view it as something they can comment on. We think that buildings have always been there for a long time. They are what they are. You just get to come in and occupy that.
You, not the other way around.
Whereas actually, especially if you've got a retrofit opportunity or a new build opportunity, you've got a chance to really make some significant changes to that. But understanding what changes are helpful is the difficult bit, I think, in that area.
It's great to see the steps being taken towards making our spaces more sustainable. But there's always more we can do, and we'll be continuing to explore ways of reducing our impact in future episodes of Building Better. In the meantime, there's lots more content on our channel, so dive in and we'll see you soon.